Welcome to my kingdom, or welcome back to my kingdom. Thank you for existing. My name is KingZoePLUR. Please ignore my freaking nails. I need to redo them. They're really chipped because I'm a full-time artist, so I work with my hands a lot. Anyway, yeah, I'm KingZoePLUR. I'm a full-time artist and talent promoter, event host, event coordinator, all those things. And I got a really wild story to tell y'all about how I got into a car accident a couple years back, right before I had to host my very own freaking birthday party. And I still hosted the party even though I had just gotten into a car accident. A lot goes into it. So be sure to stick around and make sure to like this video if you like story times and stuff like that. I have a crap load of crazy stories to tell y'all. If you want to check out some more story times, I might reference some people that I've talked about before. You can look at those videos below. Don't forget to subscribe because a lot of y'all are still not subscribed, and I'm really trying to make it to 1K by the new year. Let's see if I can do that. I'm literally only like a couple hundred away, so yeah. This all happened a little while ago. I was turning 19 and now I'm like 25. So this happened like 6 years ago, and I had just started hosting events. I mainly host like EDM, like happy hardcore, drum and bass, jungle, breakbeats, like pretty much anything that needs more bookings in my city. Like I just book whatever doesn't normally get booked a lot out here. So I had just started throwing events. The whole reason why I wanted to start throwing parties was because I used to like to throw house parties a lot. Not at my own home, but at old friends, like would just let me throw parties at their house as long as I organized it. And by organizing it, I mean being a 17-year-old through 20-year-old and just figuring out how to get sound, equipment, lighting, DJs, other sorts of talent, food, yeah, like all of it, everything, and all the alcohol too. I had to find sketchy friends to get me the alcohol and stuff. So my 19th birthday was coming up. I had just started throwing parties. I was super excited, basically throwing house parties every couple months at this point. If it was somebody's birthday, I'd throw a party for them. If it was a holiday, I'd throw a party. I'd usually throw it at the same person's house. It wasn't my house. It was just a friend's house that would let me throw parties there. And that's pretty much how I got my start in throwing parties. Mind you, this was while I was still in active addiction, substance problems. I know I was only 19, but I kind of speed run the whole thing and got that all out of the way. Now I'm 25 and I like don't drink and cannot even, like, I forgot what that meant the other day. You know what I mean? Like basically speed run the whole like substance abuse part of my life at that point. So I was having some weird ideas. I was having some strange themed ideas for this birthday party. We're really glad that I stopped drinking and stopped doing nose beers like a year and a half ago, because this was ridiculous. This entire night was ridiculous. So the theme that I came up with, 19-year-old me, was a penis themed party, a dick themed party. It's called Penis Day Beyond Your Wettest Dreams. Dude, I don't know. I was not okay in the head. So I wanted to have like this party where people would, like, I don't know, dress up like dick. Saying it out loud, it sounds so freaking stupid, but I seriously promoted this party on like Facebook, Instagram, all social medias, put it on my story and everything. Like, come to my dick themed birthday party, dress up like a dick, the only day where you can be a dick and you can draw dicks on everything. Like, I really thought it was funny. Like, I don't know, I must have just seen Super Bad for the first time and thought that drawing dicks on everything is so cool. So like, I don't know, I'm 19, I want to have a phallic party, so I chose to do that. I, hit up my friend. I was like, can I have another party at your house? She was like, heck yeah. It's actually funny because this person hates me now. The person whose house that I threw this penis party at, they don't even like me anymore. They actually hate me, quite frankly. They became friends with like a bunch of people who do not like me. I started rambling a little bit too much here, y'all. All you need to know is that this house party friend became friends with somebody that I named Newport in the one video about getting kicked out of the Excision show. And then they also became friends with the person who hacked my business pages, and I'm going to call that person Hacker. And yeah, it was just like the most diabolical crew of people in my life all became friends like a couple months after this, after we all had a falling out. If you want to hear more stories about people hating a 5-foot tall KANDI raver, sound off in the comments below. There's just so many stories within stories, okay? So basically, while we were still friends, I ended up having this party there. So it was all confirmed. It was going to be for like, I think it was around April 6th or 7th. So I'm getting this all lined up. I'm getting all the equipment and everything lined up. I'm hitting everybody up. I'm inviting all the people. I'm promoting it. Everything's going fine until the actual day of the event. Everything crashes down at once. So I'm on the way to the venue, which is literally my friend's house. So it's out in the city somewhere. I go and I'm setting up, I'm cutting up like carrots and celery, and I'm putting out candy, like bowls of candy. I'm making sure there's enough water in the house. I'm just doing, you know, party host stuff. I had been planning to have my ex, we're not together anymore. At the time we were together, so he was my boyfriend. I was planning to have him help me, you know, transport the DJs. We had to get sound in still. We had to have somebody come in with lighting. And then there was other people who still needed rides that he was going to help me pick up. But at this time, I was still decorating. It's like middle of the day. It's like 2 p.m. Party doesn't even start till 9 or like 7 or 8 or something like that. I mean, I really don't want to call out this person because it wasn't my house or my story to tell. But low-key, there was dog shit all over the floor. And I had to clean up after their dog because they basically don't know how to take care of an animal and were neglecting their pet. And I didn't know this because the last couple times that I had hosted a party there wasn't dog shit everywhere because I came through, I guess, after they cleaned the shit off the floor. So I'm there, you know, realizing after I had already set out these candy bowls on the table, I go upstairs and there's dog shit all over the floor. So I have to clean that up because I'm a party host. And I was talking to the house owner, my friend at the time. We're not friends anymore. Thank the freaking Lord, because I cannot be friends with somebody who just lives in dog shit. But yeah, I was like, where's the cleaning supplies? I'll clean this up for you since obviously you don't want to friggin' clean it up. Because I was like, what the hell is this? And they were like, yeah, my roommates don't take out my dog. And I'm like, what if you took out your own dog, though? A thought. A genuine thought. Anyway, so I'm cleaning dog shit off the floor. Because as a rave promoter, that's totally what you're trying to do in life. And I finally get it up. I, like, spray this foam stuff. I'm, like, on my hands and knees, scrubbing the fucking floor. And I get the dog shit and the stains off the floor, and I continue, you know, I wash my hands and I continue to fucking set up and decorate and shit, like, oh my gosh. And at this point, after I'd cleaned up the dog shit, I decorated, I cut up fruits and vegetables, put them in the fridge, put out candy bowls, got chips, got drinks. It's time to actually bring the freaking party to the house. So I'm explaining who I invited to my friend who already knew the entire guest list. So there was a decent amount of people, but she knew everybody's name. So she's picking through this list that I made of my birthday party guests, people who've come to her parties multiple times before, and all of a sudden she's all like pissed off about like a couple people on the list. She's like, I have beef with this person, I have beef with that person, I don't like this person, they cannot be here. And I was like, okay, well, like, they're my closest friends and they're kind of like already on the way. So I start having a panic attack. I start crying because this person's like, my friend is yelling at me because they have beef with my other friends who are not allowed to come anymore, even though they were allowed to come, like, to the party 2 minutes ago. Now, I know y'all are gonna say, this sounds like some high school bullshit, and it was. I mean, I was 19, but the people I was dealing with at the time, they were like 26 plus, so I mean, I was over the whole high school drama at this point. I had no idea that the scene would be like this. I was naive at best. So it's a mess. We're yelling, we're fighting, the girls are fighting, it's like a problem. I end up calling my boyfriend at the time, and I'm like, hey, actually expedite everything, turn around, come pick me up. Because at this time, he was still getting stuff together for me. He was kind of helping me out going to the store and stuff. I was like, actually pick me up, I cannot be here right now. Bitch is yelling at me, like, so mad at me because of, like, a couple people that they got into a beef altercation with overnight, it seems. I didn't know. I was just a kid. I just joined the rave scene Like, I started going to parties when I was like 17, and then I joined the rave scene for real when I was like 18, 19. So I was a fresh baby, and I still consider myself a fresh baby. There's so many things I wasn't around for that I don't know these fucking people. There's like so many things that I just don't know these people. I don't know who they are. I'm just here to dance. I just needed a house to throw a party in. So now I am scrambling, putting my stuff away. I'm like putting everything in a room where there is not dog shit on the floor, because I'm trying to get ready to go pick up one of the DJs, and I still have to get the sound, and I still have to get the lighting, and I have to like figure out rides for like 2 to 3 more people. I'm just a squirrel. I'm just like a 19-year-old kid trying to figure this out. Bitches yelling at me. Friends are mad at each other. I'm getting in this car whether y'all like it or not, because I gotta get the heck out of here. So I get in the car, and we already realized it was a bad day, because I get in the car and I realize on the one side, like, that was on the road, that it's like been sideswiped slightly. Like, it wasn't like a real bad sideswipe, but somebody definitely hit my ex's car, and like, we hadn't even gotten into the accident yet. So he was like, damn, every time we come to this area, we get like sideswiped or something. And I'm like, meh. I'm like, there's so much going on right now. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, let's just pick up the rest of the equipment, okay? This is where it gets all fucked up. So we're driving through town, and I'm trying to explain to him what happened. And as I'm explaining, like, this bitch is yelling at me. Like, when I say bitch, I'm sorry, but like, they were yelling at me. This person was like yelling at me so bad. They were digging into my soul. They were like bringing up stuff they didn't even need to bring up. They had a tendency to blow up on people and like just say the most disgusting stuff that I can't even repeat on here, all over like a couple friends they didn't want coming over. Like, you could literally have just told me like to tell them not to come over. You didn't need to get in my face and tell me that like I deserved to like go through really abusive, traumatic stuff, and to the point where I'm on the floor crying on my birthday. This is why we're not friends anymore. So I'm in the car, I'm like rehashing the situation to my ex, and it's making me anxious, it's making him anxious. We start to kind of like, not argue, but we're talking about the situation, and we're getting upset. Like, we're getting mad at the fact that these people are being so mean to me, because it was like the end of me and my friends falling out. Like, that whole friend group that, like I said earlier, this girl that I was having the house party at was literally just found everybody who hated me and kind of joined a group together to like just abuse me. Yeah, so that's a whole other story. If you want more traumatic stories, I just don't want people to like pity party on me, because I'm not looking for pity. It's just how shit happened to work out. I'm like a very sensitive person, and people tend to prey on that if they are violent and also addicted to drugs and also like mentally unstable. It's like really not a good combo, and I used to be friends with a lot of people like that. Anyway, so we're in the car freaking out, going through Pittsburgh of all freaking places. If you know, you know, it is horrible. Somebody's trying to merge into, we're on one of the highways to merge into like a more fast highway. I don't freaking know. I actually don't drive. That my ex was driving at the time. I don't drive. I don't have a car. I am like disabled. So hopefully I'll get my license soon. He's driving. We're kind of getting into it. We're kind of angry with each other right now, because he's like, why are you still friends with these people? Why do you still want to have this party here? I'm like, look, dude, it's like my actual birthday. I just want to get this party over. Like, I left that house so quick that I didn't even put shoes on. And all of a sudden, boom, a car rams into the back of us. Like, we weren't moving. We weren't even trying to move. We were in bumper to bumper traffic, and a car rams into the back end of us. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I hear like clunk, 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 windows smash. The big subwoofer in the back kind of goes like this and hits the back seat. He's driving like a Subaru hatchback. So, and it was lowered to the ground a little bit. So whenever we pulled into the off area, like the shoulder area, to inspect and see how bad the car was, it kind of went and like scraped over the ground. Oh my God, it all happened so quick too. So we pull over, we're driving like a friggin' 2002, you know, they're in like 2017 up. So I don't know, they were driving like a pretty new car. She's angry, she's livid. It's us here, our smashed up car, her barely messed up car, and then some kind of news reporter guy over yonder. I wish I was making this friggin' shit up. She goes over, she comes out of her car, she yells at us. I don't even know what she's saying because I'm still in shock. My windows are up, you know, our windows are up, so we can't really hear. She's like, at the driver's side. So she's like, whoa. And she like comes around and goes to the guy in the friggin' KDKA, whatever news truck. I swear to frick, I saw her go over there, schmooze the little KDKA guy. She puts her chesticles in the window and like goes like this. That's all I see. Honey. And in a shocked state, I look over and she's flashing him. Because like, oh my God, we're screwed. We're screwed. So the freaking, the cops show up and my heart's beating right now because I really like, we did not have money. I still don't have money. It was messed up. He had just paid his insurance like a day before this. So I was like really worried that there was going to be a lapse in insurance and they were going to try to pin this on me because lady's over here sticking her tibbies in the window for some like something before the cops show up. Can't believe I forgot to mention this, but I'm pretty sure the reason why lady was schmoozing the news guy was because he was, you know, already parked in that spot where we pulled off to inspect the car. So he pretty much like saw what happened. I think she was trying to go over there to get him to be like a witness statement. So I think like in a panicked state, she was like, oh, maybe if I just like hit on him, like he'll help me out here, because it was pretty obvious. I mean, she ran into the back of a not moving vehicle. She also conveniently mentioned, like before the cops even showed up, in her rage state after she had flashed the news guy, she was like, oh my God, this car's new. I just got into an accident like 2 weeks ago. Like, this is not my fault. This is not going to be my fault. I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for another accident. Like, she kept saying like that her insurance wasn't like going to be cool with it and stuff. So I think she was really trying whatever she could. So the cops show up. They get out of, there's like 5 cops for literally no reason. They're making fun of like how my car's all messed up. Not my car, his car. They're like, oh yeah, this car's like really messed up. At least your sound system's safe. Didn't even ask if we're safe. Thanks, cool. Then they're trying to make a joke about how I didn't have shoes on because I left the situation at my friend's house so quick. I didn't even put shoes on because they were yelling at me and stuff. And so I was crying, and I'm so glad I wasn't crying in this moment. Like, I was just standing there, and the cop goes, where'd your shoes go? Did you lose your shoes? And I'm like, no, I left them at home. They're like, why would you leave your house without your shoes? I'm like, because it was supposed to be a quick trip and I'm not leaving the car. And they're like, well, you left the car now. I'm like, well, yes, officer, it's broken. The car got run into, sir. The fuck? So he was making fun of me because I didn't have shoes on and kept telling me to find my shoes as if I lost my shoes. Dude, I didn't lose my shoes. They're probably at home getting shit on by my stupid friend's dog. So the dog is not stupid. Let's clarify. They're stupid. It's never the dog's fault. It's always the owner's fault. Let me just be clear as friggin' the Chris they were smoking on, all right? I'm kidding. That was too far. Car accident happens. Nothing really happens with like insurance and stuff. This was so long ago that I honestly can't remember. I feel like we did end up having to pay for shit. Like, obviously we had to pay to get the car fixed or get a new car. I think what happened was we fixed the car, got a new car, and had to pay because somehow it was our fault that the lady rammed into the back of us, even though we were at a stop. Like, let me make it very clear. It wasn't like we stopped and then the lady ran in the back of us. It was like we were in traffic and we were at a stop in traffic and this lady came around and just ran in the back of us. Just didn't like stop. So I don't know. Somehow it was our fault though. So anyway, we hadn't even picked up the equipment or the DJ yet. So after we figured out what the hell was going on with the insurance and got all the information and was like, okay, we'll deal with this like this week or something, because right now there's people like about to show up to my friend's house for my birthday party and I'm not even there to host it. No music is there, no freaking sound is there, no lights, no nothing. All that's there right now is some hummus, some candy, and an empty room, all right? And I don't want everybody showing up to that. So I was kind of nervous. We had a decent amount of ways to travel. It was like at least 30 minutes. I remember it being like an hour and a half-ish. So it was probably 30, 45 minutes to and back, you know what I mean? Plus us getting in an accident. My God. So one of my other friends who was there, so I had a friend that hacked like all my accounts for my business pages. And that's the friend who was helping me with the party. This is a whole friggin' other story. If you want to hear the story about how my old friend hacked my business accounts and tried to literally, well, no, they did impersonate me online, let me know, because it's been a while and I kind of wanted to tell that story a while ago, but this night is the night that I really fucked up with that. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm still on the part where I have to pick up the DJ. On the way to go pick this DJ up, I mean, we got a broken window. What are we going to do about this? My ex used to be a mechanic, so he knew some body shop friends or whatever. So he actually, on the way to pick up this DJ, we pulled into his friend's body shop, put that like wrap that you put on a window whenever it breaks, and we just called it a day. We, vacuumed out all the glass shards quickly, made sure it was okay to like actually drive. I think that area was about 20 minutes from the city, and then from there we went like somewhere southeast-ish to go and pick up the DJ, some equipment, and figure out if that dude, because they lived in a similar area and we were trying to figure, as the other people, we were trying to figure out they still had a ride. So we did that. We come back from the DJ's house. We have decks, we have, the laptop, we have the USBs, we have the lights, some of them, and then we have the speakers. Somehow we have all that shit in a hatchback, and an extra person. So it's me, my ex, the DJ, and like all this equipment in a freaking hatchback. I think we had to strap some stuff to the top. So I'm coming in the house and I'm like, and people are like, oh my God, are you okay? We heard you got in a car accident. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, because I'm not okay in the head, I'm like, just let me get dressed and give me some K, because I was not okay. And I literally had a drug problem. So anyway, I'm 19 years old at this party. It's my party. Decorations all came together swimmingly. There's like literally 30 people in the house already. And I'm like, great, I have to like, get ready for this party. And if I can find some pictures from this night, I will flash them on the screen, but I'm gonna have to blur out literally everyone's face, because like I said, every single person does not like me anymore, mainly because I'm crazy, and I used to be very crazy, and I also used to be very heavy into substances, and then I became sober, and I don't know, I think that makes people even more mad, because let me tell you, I used to be making a fool out of myself at these freaking events. A actual fool out of myself. But you live and you learn. Hey, this is a no judgment zone. You live and you learn. Someone had to do it. I'm at this party. My ex's car has just gotten rammed into. I actually don't know if the car at this point is going to take me home and, last. I'm pretty sure that car broke down within a couple weeks of this party. It was insane. I'm throwing this party. I come in, I'm doing my best that I can after just getting into a car accident. And all these people are coming up to me and being like, wow, this is a really fun party. This is really great. And like asking me about how the fuck I just got in a car accident and I'm still like hosting an event. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? Nobody really got hurt. It was just like a little minor collision and all that other stuff. And so it's all cool. It's all good. And then close to the end of the night is coming around, and my friend, the one who literally hacked my business pages, this didn't happen yet. That didn't happen yet. She had not done that yet. If you want me to make a video about this specific thing, I totally will. But what ended up happening was they coerced me into like letting them help me throw parties, I guess. But like the way that they said it was that they just wanted to help me decorate and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, you're such a good friend. I would love for you to help me decorate parties. And then later on, when I actually started booking venues, they basically, like, money was going missing. And the exact amount of money that was going missing would be the exact amount of money that she would spend on Doll's Kill like a week later. So yeah, that happened like 4 times. And then the last time they stole like $2,000 from me. So yeah, that on top of like the hacking and stuff, really bad decision on my part. I was just feeling like the energy and the substances throughout the night that I was like literally not thinking correctly, and was like, yeah, you can help me, friend. You can totally help me, friend. But like, oh, that was the worst decision I ever made. Okay, so if you want to hear about how that whole thing went down and how it happened, let me know in the comments below. As you can tell, I am okay. I am fine from the car accident. I mean, nobody really got hurt. It was just like destroyed the car. Luckily, nobody got hurt though. So, and I still threw the party. It still was a good time. Nobody showed up in a giant dick costume, but I did get a giant 26-pound dildo that was like this big that my friend found in somebody's attic when he was cleaning out, like, he cleans out people's houses whenever they're like passing away and having estate sales and all that stuff, and he found this giant dildo in somebody's attic or garage or something, and he gave it to me. Hi, editing me for the last time, I promise. This out of context sounds very strange and unusual to give somebody a presumably used dildo, but let me tell you right now, this thing was literally 26 pounds, 3.5 feet tall, and he warned me before giving it to me. He literally messaged me and was like, hey bud, I found this giant dildo. He already had it for a really long time, and one of the nut sacks was missing, and he said he was using it as decor. He had already cleaned it preemptively. He was holding on to it for a special moment like this. When I was having a dick-themed party, he was like, do you want this giant dildo? And I mean, listen, how could I say no? So yeah, that's how that happened. Don't worry, it's cleaned. It's sitting in my basement. It's safe. Another thing that happened at that party that was honorable mention, a giant inflatable dick, like those ones you get from Spencer's. We passed that around and signed it. But like I said, a lot of the people who were at that party, like, we don't like each other anymore. We don't vibe anymore. They have beef with me. And so I'm just like, it's just added to my boxes of like random rave relics. And some of it is in my basement. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff happened during that time of my life. So if you would like to hear some more stories that are semi-traumatic and crazy, let me know. I also have a lot of stories about back when I was a kid. I was prescribed like a lot of pharmaceutical medications, and I know I've mentioned this in videos before, but it's like kind of a contributing factor as to why I got so wrapped up in substances at the beginning of my time going to raves and stuff. So I just would love to like open up with y'all about that and talk about that, but I don't want to like come off as some weird like wellness hippie. Like, I just want to tell my weird stories. So if y'all would like to hear about how like pharmaceuticals pretty much ruined my entire life, like I'm still dealing with psychosis to this day from that crap. It's partially the reason I stopped drinking too, because like I realized that stuff, like any chemical, makes everything so much worse for me. Let me know, because I know a lot of people in my generation were putting heavy medications as a kid, and like we are definitely feeling and seeing the repercussions from that. Anyway, random side tangent. Hopefully I'll be able to make some more videos and be a little bit more consistent. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because I'm literally not that consistent. I usually post like once a week, once every other week, and you're probably missing a lot of videos if you don't have your notification bell on, and if you aren't liking my videos, then YouTube literally isn't going to show you them. So make sure to subscribe, and a couple of my friends actually said that their accounts have been unsubscribed. So I don't know, I only thought that was happening to bigger channels, but apparently YouTube is randomly unsubscribing people. So check to make sure you're subscribed, because every single person counts, and I love you guys so much, and I don't want you guys to miss out on this content that I have coming out for you. Thank you so much for existing. Don't forget I have an online website. Don't forget that I have a website, KingZoePLUR.com, if you want to buy some merchandise or artwork. I like make my own stuff, and I like put it in these boxes, and then I put a shipping label on it, and I send it to you for money. I'm a full-time artist, please support. I also do like random other little gigs and stuff, so if you want to check my Instagram and see some of the stuff I've done in the past, DM me on there if you would like to, I don't know, book me for any commission work or gigs or buy some art, I don't know, do something, collab, I don't know. I love art stuff, I love creative people, I love working with people, so let me know. Just remember, anybody can be amazing if they just be themselves. I love you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye!